Hello. This is Revere Sky. I'm looking kind of rough. Yes, I do care how I look. I've taken a few days off, and it's been bugging me, trying to tie all this together. Anybody eavesdropping on this conversation, not getting the whole conversation, could twist what I'm saying and somewhat embarrass me if they don't understand, understand the whole scenario where I'm coming from. I've gone through stages of traumatic situations in my life, and food is in fact disease, discomfort, you name it. It's all of them. And a lot of us on the Dr.sebi diet, the herbs, the nutrition, the meals, and we're trying to better ourselves. At the same time, even though I'm vegetarian, even though I'm on a plant-based diet, let's say it like that, I am on a plant-based diet, because you do have vegetarians and vegans that still do not eat the proper plant-based diet, okay? So the proper plant-based diet does not mean that you are overweight or you eat too much of something. Things take time. If you, let's say, if you stretch your stomach this big and you put a little bit of food in there that fills it that big, you're going to have disease and discomfort. So you have to continue to eat the food like this and slowly work yourself down into your stomach, and your intestines actually shrink, okay? That's very important, okay? But what I wanted to talk about was very highly important. I've gone through phases in my life where I feel that sexually I have been exposed to things that have thrown my body off balance. It has made it somewhat imbalanced. And when you're on herbs and when you're doing like, how can I say it, natural things that actually cleanse the body, there's one important thing that you need to understand. The last videos I've made were about cleaning out the colon and pulling all of that mucus placoid out of the body. And there's a reason why you want to do that. It's because you'll have leaky gut, you'll have gastro inflammation, you'll have just all types of symptoms. Your face will continue, no matter how much you detox, your face will continue to have pimples. You'll continue to have cystic acne. You'll continue to have staph, all types of problems. For the simple fact, you have this buildup of plaque, twisted and turned, all inside of your colon. And you need to remove it so that all the nutrition can absorb inside the colon. Not only that, I've been talking about the endocrine system for over a year now, and all the glands need to be cleaned. All the glands that pertain to the chakra system needs to be cleaned. They need to be renewed, rejuvenated, and all your ducts and everything within the body that sprays certain hormones and stuff need to be clean. This being said, a lot of people, when they get to the point where mucus has clogged up their sexual organs, they start having disease and discomfort, which will give them like certain symptoms that they're having, like let's say cystic acne on the pelvic area. Not only that, it will make you think that you would have all types of problems, all types of disease, and you really don't. It's just the food that you have ate for so long that causes the body to react. And since nobody detoxes these organs and these glands, the mucus then has to come out. It comes out through fever. It comes out through chills. It comes out through colds. It comes out through your pores. It comes out through your skin. It comes out everywhere, okay? And it comes out through your chest. Have you ever seen women who hold chest just gets a whole bunch of acne? That's because the thyroid, the thymus gland, and all that stuff is being mucus ridden. The same thing that can happen to your chest can happen to your face, can happen to your pelvic area. The same thing. Now, and the thing about this cystic acne, it can become like lesion acne as well. And some people may think that they break out with like herpes or something. But it's not that case. It's really not that case. It's mucus trying to rid itself from your body. And what's going on is you have to detox. You have to detox from people. You have to detox from sex. You have to detox from every single thing out there. Not only that, your circuitry, your, what is it called? Your circuitry, your 33 vertebrae, your Christ conscious, that has to be detoxed. Your whole mainframe is your 33 vertebrae. All the nervous system running down your spine has to be detoxed. And you have to fast. You have to go on liquid diets. You have to clean out your colon. And that's what I'm here to talk about now. I'm going over this again for a reason. The psyllium husk is very, very important. Not only that, the slippery M is very important, okay? Every 2 cups, you want a tablespoon of slippery M. You want a tablespoon of psyllium husk. Not only that, the liquid version of the bentonite clay. Not only that, the activated charcoal. These are absorbers. These take infection out the body. Ladies, if your man is getting a hard stomach or a round belly and every time he eats, it's yeast. It's yeast. It's not only that, the digestion has no fiber and cannot pull the fecal matter out of the body, and he's building up mucoid plaque because he cannot get his feces out. His feces is slick like peanut butter. He cannot pull his fecal matter out of his body. They stay constipated, their stomachs get bigger, and their odor may not be the same. This is another version of the psyllium husk. Once you start doing these, then you can actually start taking all those impurities out of the body, and anything you put anybody in the body can stop absorbing and cleansing out the body. Like the intestines can then bring on a different level of the nutrients. It takes in the nutrients a lot better. And once it takes in the nutrients a lot better, then your brain can then digest and understand and comprehend what you're eating. But as long as that mucus placoid is jamming up the intestines, which is 70% of the immune system, you're going to have a lot of problems. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of problems. And also, this alone, the Senna pod. I got glass bottles. I bought them. They're only $1. They have a plastic top, but I don't take the liquid all the way to the top. But this is Senna pod. I used it in hot water. You don't have to. It can just absorb. Like, I recommend people don't use hot water at all. But I was going to drink it hot. Then I changed my mind and said I was going to let it cool down. And I was going to put 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk with it, so that this can pull through my intestines completely. And Not only as it's cleaning me out, it's also pulling all of that mucoid plaque with it. I'm gonna hip you out of something. If you research mucoid plaque, there's more than one type of mucoid plaque. You have some that is hard as plastic. It's flimsy, but it's hard as plastic and nothing can penetrate it. Then you have the big clumps of it that looks like chicken liver that's in the body too, and I've seen that come out of me too. Now the thing is, you first have to break that first sheet, that thin plastic layer that just done set in there and locked up, most likely from me doing drugs or something in the past, okay? This is very important because once this stuff breaks down, you can then start to absorb the alkaline herbs and stuff that you were once on, and you felt like, dang, I've been doing the herbs for 6 months to a year, and they said this is supposed to happen, that is supposed to happen. First thing first, you can't eat eggs, you can't eat dairy. You need to lay off the starch, okay? Rice, potatoes, you have to lay off the starch. Even though I still eat tofu and potatoes, it's still baby steps, but I eat so many raw fruits and vegetables, it's not even funny. Like I say, I may eat more raw fruits and vegetables than a lot of vegans and vegetarians, okay? I'm trying to go raw, okay, but it takes time, and I'm just not in the right environment still to do it. Now, all these are very important, and also taking enemas is very important. I know when them firecrackers hit, you'll be talking about something that's very important. Why I'm saying this is because when you clean your body out, you don't see people the same. They don't even know the value of the body. They do not know the value of the body. I see people that say, oh, you're so cute, you a wifey material, this, that, and the other, you a queen, you a goddess. But once you give them the heads up that you are not into sex, because sex is somewhat of a disease, because as long as that person is eating those foods that will then transfer to your body, will only clog up and put mucus within your body, because your body is trying to fight off their resistance. What they were able to resist will only harm your body. That's correct. And the easiest way to come down with disease or discomfort, you can be fine. You can be clogging up all your stuff for a long time. Then you can meet some nasty person. Look clean on the outside, but most likely on the inside, they're not clean. And then when y'all swap bodily fluids, then you start having all your problems. And then all the mucus then want to detox out your body, because I see it all the time. Couples look so pretty, but they're both coughing and all this. You could be so fine, you could be clogged up with so much mucus and living with it. No problems. And then all of a sudden, you meet somebody, and next thing you know, your body goes through a catastrophic cleanse where you finally took on someone else's DNA, someone else's Trojan horse, someone else's spam, and you have to clean it out your body. You have to rid it out your body, because your immune system is not used to what this person has been fighting their whole life. And then you start getting all the symptoms. You start getting all the problems. Yeast is a major issue. Yeast is a major issue. Itchy scalp, musty rectum, musty vaginal area. These things right here pull all of that out. All these absorbers, natural absorbers, the clay, the green bentonite clay, the activated charcoal, it pulls all of that out. But you have to eat fiber. You have to eat green vegetables. You have to eat things that have fiber that's going to continue to pull this stuff out your body. And now this video is like for people that are still doing the prune cleanse. Do the prune cleanse, but every 16-ounce glass or every 2 cups of prune juice or every 2 cups of water you drink, and that's a 16-ounce bottle of water. 8 ounces is a cup. So there's 2 cups in 1 bottle of water, 16-ounce bottle of water. Add 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk. But don't use the slippery M with the prune juice or the Senna pod, because the slippery M is electric and you don't want to interfere with its this compounds that it creates once it becomes wet. You could use limes with it, you can use lemons with it, but try to use slippery M's in like smoothie bowls, smoothies, but don't mix it with things that have already been processed. Only use slippery M with natural ingredients, okay? Fresh natural ingredients. So this being said, your ovaries need detoxing, your womb need detoxing, and that's red clover. Not only that, dairy is a disease in itself. Let me repeat this. Dairy is a disease within itself. It's only mucus. And we're trying to rid our body of mucus. That's why I say that I like the fact that no matter shoulders, chest, face, that all this mucus decides to come out of me. It doesn't sit in me, because sitting in you is a lot worse than actually coming out of you in one big batch. The dairy, the milk, the cheese, the cultural enzymes, the lectin that be in stuff. Sometimes you don't read milk, you read lectin. That's milk. Milk powder. Milk this. Milk that. Do y'all hear that person's surround sound? Man, I can hear that stuff all night. But anyway, all of this is a problem, and it causes cankers. Cankers in the mouth, cankers anywhere. That's what I say when I said you can have cystic lesion, and that is cankers. And you can get cankers on the pelvic. You could get it anywhere, because you're so clogged up with this mucus to the point that it just, your body gives up and just say, you know what? We only can process so much of this. This person is only pooping once a day. They don't have regular bowel movements. So what do? We take it out all forms and fashions. That's why it's important to get rid of all the mucus placoid within the body, because the intestinal tract is a brain. Anywhere there's hair is a brain. Your belly has hair on it, so inside your belly is a brain. Your pelvic area has hair, so all of that is a brain. All of us operate. Your skin in itself has hair on it. That is a brain. So that being said, you have to get this thick shield. I mean, it's about a half an inch to an inch thick, sitting inside your intestines. Even the skinniest, most daintiest person in the world has this mucus plaque, because as a child, when they were a child, look at this creature right here. Come here. Well, he just left. He just flew away. But it was so weird how he just stood right here and just flew and just sat there. Okay. Even as a child, we drank milk for like 5 years. So this mucoid plaque is in there. Because if you're not on a fiber-rich diet, like nothing but leafy greens and vegetables, like, it's just, it's not going to work. It's not going to pull this sheet out your body. It's about this thick. It's about a half an inch to an inch thick. And not only that, it bulks up in certain areas. And not only that, some people that drink a lot of alcohol, that did a lot of harsh drugs, let's say for instance cocaine, and swallowed it, got it looked like those red hot links that be in that plastic red casing, or the old school cheese with the red casing on the outside. That's how it is. It's flexible, but it's hard, and nothing leaks through it. So that means that off rip, you're gonna have bad odor because your body, your intestines cannot breathe. They cannot flow. And when you're on this diet, this psyllium and slippery elm diet, it pulls that layer off first, that thin cheese wax layer. It's flexible. And matter of fact, I'm going to use the picture as the of what I'm talking about as the thing. So anybody having cystic acne to the point where they feel like their body is not healing rapidly or anything of that nature, it's time that you detox your sexual organs and also your big colon as well as your little colon, because this is going to help you to be putrid, leaky gut free, and then these toxins don't have to go to your body and push stuff out. That's correct. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to eat pizza and yeast your whole life. Oh, and you have to stay away from yeast. That's Doritos, that's ranch, and MSG. You wonder why you have an over amounts of dandruff, overactive amounts of yeast in the poo, yeast in the vagina. You have to let all this stuff go. You have to give the body a break. This is when what you need and what you want has to have boundaries. This is when detox is a major, it's not an option, it is your destiny, okay? And these alkaline herbs can only do so much, but if they cannot penetrate the intestine, if they cannot absorb within the intestines, you will never rid your lower body, your sexual organs, of pure disease and discomfort. That's just point blank, period, okay? So that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully it helps people out. And hopefully you understand, and overstand, and understand what's really going on with this mucoid plaque in your digestion. You can lose as much weight as you want. You can have as pretty as abs as you want. But if that mucoid plaque is still sitting in your digestion, you're just as weak as anybody else. You can be just as vegetarian and as vegan as you want, but if that mucoid plaque is still sitting in your digestion, you're just as weak as a person that has no clue about nothing. So yeah, unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free. Live by experience, and know that if you are mucus free, you can fight any disease and you can have the highest vibration that you need to survive on a planet like this. So yeah, unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.